The default way to build an LLM product is also the most wasteful way. You send every single request to your best, most expensive model. But think about what real traffic actually looks like. Greetings, simple lookups. What are your hours? Short classifications. Most of it is easy. Spending frontier model money on what are your hours is like taking a taxi to your mailbox. It works. It's also absurd. Model routing fixes that. The idea is one sentence. Match each query to the cheapest model that can actually handle it. Here's the mechanism. A small classifier or a cheap LLM looks at each query and scores its difficulty. Then it dispatches. Easy goes to a small, fast, cheap model. Hard goes to the big frontier one. And the magic is in the shape of the traffic. Picture a slider for the difficulty threshold. Set it to 0 and everything goes to the frontier model. Top quality, top cost, most of it wasted on easy questions. Set it to 1 and everything goes cheap. Cost collapses, but so does quality on the hard ones. The sweet spot lies in between. Route only the genuinely hard fraction up. And because that fraction is small, you capture most of the cost saving while losing almost none of the quality. Now there's a close cousin worth knowing, the cascade. Instead of deciding up front, it always tries the cheap model first. Then it runs a confidence check. If the cheap answer passes, you accept it. If it fails, you escalate to the frontier model and pay the premium, only for the residual. So the router decides before, the cascade decides after. Either way, you pay big model prices only for the queries that genuinely need it. And the numbers here are not small. Routing plus caching routinely cuts spend by well over half. Cascades commonly save 45 to 85% while preserving around 95% of the quality. The simulation drives it home. 8,000 queries, difficulty skewed toward easy like real life. Slide the threshold and watch cost fall off a cliff while quality barely flinches. Now a richer version production teams love. Put a small language model, 1 to 8 billion, often self-hosted, as the very first layer. These small models are fast and cheap enough to eat the bulk of the work. Intent, classification, summarization, extraction, routing decisions themselves. Anything needing deep reasoning, risk analysis, multi-step planning escalates up. In a finance pipeline, the small model passes and summarizes every document. Only the genuinely hard cases reach the frontier model. You pay big model prices for the long tail, not the fire hose. But the moment you route across several providers, a local model plus a couple of hosted APIs, you hit a wall. Incompatible SDKs, different auth, scattered logic. That's what a gateway like LiteLLM solves. One OpenAI compatible interface in front of 100 plus providers. Your app calls one endpoint. The gateway translates, and crucially, your routing and cascade logic lives there in one configurable layer, not smeared across your code. Rate limits, spend tracking, retries, and fallbacks live there too. Fallbacks especially, if the primary errors or times out, the gateway transparently retries on another. Routing stops being app plumbing and becomes one clean layer. So here's the reframe that makes it all click. The expensive model was never supposed to be your default. It's the exception. The thing you escalate to for the small slice of queries that have truly earned it. Right size every query and the bill follows,